Okay, if you are joining us now, it is, I don't know, 9:45, 9:44 Pacific Coast, left coast time, home of Gavin Newscomb and the California Socialist Republican National Guard. We are attempting 2024, and I'm coming into the flight here after a bunch of errors. So we are in an Inibuilds A330 by request of my follower Toll. Who resides in Italy. And we just left, actually we didn't just leave, we left from London Heathrow and encountered an error on the way out. Let's take a look from the outside here real quick. I believe we're now back on track. It handles like the A320, but it's bigger and it's not exactly like the A320. The Inibuilds versus the Phoenix. This has a lot of interesting things going on, and I'm surprised that it's even flying, to be honest with you, because I usually don't have any success flying any airliners in 2024. So again, we are EGLL and we're flying to Berlin, EDDB. We're going to attempt runway 6R. This is the first time flying a 330 by Ini. It's an Ini 330. And yeah, the engines are loud. That's better. So, Toll requested this yesterday in our flights yesterday, so we're going to see how far we can get with this. We lost autopilot, we lost flight director a couple of times. I managed to get us back on track manually and was able to re-engage the autopilot. So we are now on course and hopefully didn't burn too much fuel. I think we may have burned too much fuel, but we've got 22 tons on board. We may make it, we may not. We'll have to see how it goes. We're only supposed to burn 18. But we got 21 left. So we may make it, I don't know. Heading to Berlin. Achterschwein, Berlin. We are in the climb mode. Amazingly enough, all of the instrumentation worked and the throttles were calibrated. I did not try reverse. I may not be trimmed properly. I think it's automatically trimming at this point. So we are set. See if we have any cabin sounds. Yeah, I have a little bit of cabin sounds. Let's see if we can look in the cabin. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if we can see it or not. Let's go in quick view. Yeah, quick view doesn't work. Smart cam targets, no. Instrumentation, no. Pilot, no. Yeah, the camera stuff doesn't work real good in the Ini. Let's see if we actually make this turn now after salvaging this flight. We should have been here a half an hour ago. We spent a half an hour flying around in circles trying to figure out what was wrong with the plane. What was wrong with the plane? We're not going to do any externals today. No external mods. But we are flying in 2024, so that says something. Now, the only thing I'm concerned about is the trim here. Elevator trim looks a little bit high. Let's see if it auto trims. We're definitely in 2024 scenery. Frame rate is excellent. 82. And we're at 70 inside. It's flowing nice and smoothly. We have the GPU usage error. Let's go ahead and drop down the GPU meter and take a look. I'm going to leave it inside in case we lose autopilot. But we seem to be on course. Let's check the GPU meter. GPU meter is actually running fairly smoothly. 9 out of 10. Alright, so we're okay. We're not pushing it to the full limit, but we're not running any mods. The frame rate is really high at 80, between 87, 85, and 89. So let's get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. We can zoom around the cockpit here. Take off options. OFP dashboard. We did do a download off of SimBrief, so that worked out okay. There's our OFP. This is ground. Ground worked okay. No real issues there. Payload was fine. We applied the load. Alright, so now we are definitely turning it on track. We've got another turn coming up here. I wish we could get external views. And we can't. So anyways, this flight is for Toll, one of our followers. He requested it. The A330. Also, I think Trey flies a 330. Yeah, I believe we are still somewhere over England. England. Terrain shows on, but it's not really showing anything. North reference shows as true. That's okay, that works good. I like that. ECAM switching is here. We don't really want to do that. We're not going to switch ECAM. Yeah, that was screwy. It was screwy. Everything, we lost everything. We got it back. I think I know how to get it back now. Alright, so I wish this had chart positioning, but it doesn't. Panel state. We may use this in the future. We did cold and dark. Takeoff was fine. Let's leave it on dash so we can see where we are. We're progressing. Doesn't have charts. Does not have charts. That's a drawback. We could, however, use this. like we can plan through here too. Hi, Bobby. Okay, let's center the flight if we can. We are heading out north of Dover, ready to go over the Channel. Hi, Bob. Welcome aboard. Bliss off the apocalypse. England ship, yes. Land of the tea-eating habits. Yeah, welcome aboard. Thanks for joining on YouTube. Albie Simmer here. We just started the stream. We were in flight when we started the stream because of massive errors that we were encountering. First time flying the A330. So bear with me. Apocalypse 100. So, are you a simmer? Do you fly Microsoft Flight Simulator? And where are you from? Please like, share, follow, all that good stuff. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Appreciate all the help we can get with that. Oh 07. 07. 07? 07. Okay. Yeah, we're not running any mods on this today. So this is 2024. I'm happy the thing is just even flying, because 2024, I usually have all kinds of issues. It may not complete the flight, so be prepared for that. It may not complete the flight. I welcome all people on board and into the chat. Appreciate it. Feel free to ask me questions. Any discussion you want, any flights you want, but let me know. Oh, you're on 20. Yeah, I'm normally on 2020. 2024, I purchased it and I'm still waiting for it to perform. It works great on the smaller aircraft. I'm surprised. The only reason that this is even working for me right now is I just got a new PC. So let's bring that level down. But it's actually looking pretty good. The frame rate is great. This is 2024 in all its glory. And it's working at the moment. It may not be working in a few moments. It may crash to desk and it may freeze. I normally fly 2020. This was by request of one of my other followers, Toll, who may be joining us here shortly. He requested an A330 flight. We looked at any builds last night. I just happen to have it in 2024. They don't give you any liveries. So what you see is what you get. WYSIWYG. Clacton. There's a windmill farm down there out in the ocean, and the channel. And the Channel. What's your location, Apocalypse? This may be one of the only streams that you ever watch that the streamer actually will speak to you. So I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate people being in the chat, just so you know that in advance. I like to try to pay attention to that as much as I can. This is a new aircraft for me today. It was a pretty similar setup to the 320 Phoenix. I normally fly the A320 Phoenix in its different variations on 2020, and also I fly the PMDG 737-8. Montana, cool. I was up to Yellowstone about a year ago. We are located in the wonderful desert of California, in the left coast. Still haven't figured out how to get around it. I guess what I could do is, let's see if I can walk. Let's see. Now, see, it won't even let me do that. Let me try this. Well, let me side scroll. There's no side scrolling allowed. So there's no way to actually get back into the cabin. Quick view doesn't work. Oh, wait a minute. Quick view's working. Quick view 2. Quick view 3. That's interesting. It's all of a sudden working. 4, 5, 6, 7. Nothing in the cabin yet. 8. 8 quick views and nothing in the cabin. Well, that sucks. Okay. Pilot. We can get back to pilot and co-pilot. I cannot get back in the cabin. Maybe it's in showcase. Let's take a look. Okay, here's showcase fixed cams. Yeah, Austin Powers. Yeah, baby, yeah. C3. External 4, external 5, close up, external 6, nothing of the interior yet. I'm amazed I got that to work. Well, let's go, okay, external 7, external 8, APU shot, external 9, wing and flaps, external 10, nothing interior-wise. That's a halfway decent and maybe decent shot of the engine. Not crazy about it. Smart cam targets, negative, free cam, camera drone. Does it work? Yeah, camera drone does. Yeah, not really. Camera drone does not necessarily work. It's disabled. Focus mode, zoom level, rotation speed, drone lock mode, negative. Let's take it off. Drone lock. Okay, there we go. There's a little drone action. It's kind of... Alright, let's do drone follow mode. Yes, we're over the British Channel at this point. Over the bloody British Channel. And in showcase mode you cannot zoom in, but we got the drone working, which is interesting. Making me dizzy. I wish it would zoom in. Let's see, zoom level. I guess you can manually adjust it here. There we go. and adjust the drone. Let's minimize this guy a little bit. I love Austin Powers. I like the scene with the twins. This is my sister. Fuck me. I fuck you. Fuck me. Fuck you. I guess we should. Oh, and also it lets you switch back out. It keeps you in. Oh, it's in external mode. Showcase, drone follow, zoom type. Okay, so it doesn't leave it, but we are in drone mode. Fuck me, fuck you. Oh, behave. Okay, now, as we cross the bloody channel on our way to Germany, we are on the way to Germany. What am I doing? Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to zoom in on the engines. Let's see how far we can zoom in. Apparently that's too much. Let's zoom out. I should get track IR. So we've got that. Let's see if we can get in closer to that engine. Yeah, not really letting us. Not really letting us. Drone focus mode disabled. Enabled. Yikes. Manual. Auto. Okay, that's cool. Cannot zoom out. Let's zoom out a little bit. Now the frame rates are all excellent. I'm at 110 frames right now, so that's pretty damn good for me. I'm actually enjoying 2024 at the moment. ATM at the moment. Welcome aboard, new people, Apocalypse. Thanks for being on board. If you're still out there, if you are, please give us a nod, like, share, follow, appreciate it. Subscribe if you're on YouTube, please. Spread the word. Try to fly daily if we can. If I have people, telling me they're going to be on, I'll stream. What I like about 2024 drone mode. Let's zoom up here a little. I can't do it. If I go into external, I can do it. Let's go to external for a moment. Go to external, I can zoom up and we can see rivets. Yes, if you're thinking 2024, this is It's not very reliable. I'm just going to tell you now. 2024 is not reliable. I hate to pop any bubbles, but I like the ease at which it goes back and forth. Now I can shift to the cockpit front. Oh, look at this. That's cool. You have a turn going on. I can shift to the cockpit view from showcase. Oh, it goes external. All three. Oh no, you can't. That's just external. Once you leave showcase mode, it's a different ball of wax. But showcase mode looks pretty stupid. Yeah, appreciate the likes on that, Apocalypse. And yeah, welcome aboard if you're still out there. Alrighty. Alblock7267 on YouTube. Albie Simmer on Twitch. It is 10:11 on the West Coast, the left coast. Almost time for my med break. What does this do? Aircraft. Pilot book. Settings. We don't need that. Vertical, horizontal, small tablet size, large, vertical, horizontal. I've never actually played with this tablet. What does this one do? This is the More app. Don't want that, don't want that, don't want that. Oh, Phoenix EFB, okay. Oh, interesting. I can actually use this in. So here we are, yep, we're Airbus A330-200 RR Rolls-Royce. That's a checklist, which we didn't use. Flight performance. Aircraft information. 723 gallons. That doesn't seem right. Okay then. Where in bloody hell are we? We're heading to Germany. We're heading to Germany. Showcase drone mode. I like that. I think I could probably minimize this thing too, somehow. How do I? Oh, I just X out of it. EFB gone. Communication. Let's see if we can touch base with somebody. I guess we don't need to at this point. I'm enjoying the hell out of the showcase mode in this, though. This is another windmill farm. Must be plenty of liberals there. Okay, the big challenge is going to be, will this thing land? So we're going to have to somehow figure out what our barrows are. We never did that. Let's go back in the cockpit and see if we can figure that out. Let's go to the cocky pit. it's really tough to get this to come down to where you want to be. Okay, here we go. Perf. Next phase. Yeah, we don't have anything. We need QNH. We need info here. So let's get some info. Where can we get it from? Let's get some info here. Instrumentation, EFB pilot. I said EFB captain. QNH 10.8. Let's write it down. 10.16 in Germany. 080 at 6. Temperature 32. I guess, yeah, 32. Pretty hot. That's pretty hot. Can that be? That can't be right. Interesting. We don't know our... There's no charts in this damn thing. Dashboard. METAR search. Let's go EDDB. $10.16. 080 at 6. $32 and 14. Yeah, 30. Be warm. Must be warm. Alexa. Alexa. 30 degrees centigrade is what in Fahrenheit?
30 degrees Celsius is 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, okay, it's not bad. 86, but we still don't have Barrows. I need to find Barrows somewhere. It's not showing me. There's no charts. No charts. Performance. Eight left. That's 8 left, all right. 6 right. That's the wrong runway. What the hell? We took off with the wrong information. So anyway, no, nothing, nothing. I just don't know. I don't know. Well, what we're going to have to do is look it up. We're going to have to look it up over here. Charts. No, we don't want to generate that. Cancel that. View flight. EDDB. Let's look at charts. Start sign in. Okay. Well, that's about time. Okay, so EDDB, we want to know approach on 6 right. Shows 352. 352 and 3000. Okay, well, we figured that out. Now, if we can figure this out, Unibuilds, come on, Unibuilds, why won't you do? Ah, God. Okay, 352. We found it. That's our minimums. QNH 1016 currently. I much prefer our way, but okay. It is 30 degrees centigrade, otherwise known as 86 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is 80 at 6. All right, so we have approach plugged in. That's good. Flight plan progressing. I'm assuming Apocalypse is gone. Thanks for visiting today. Appreciate it. Let's go back outside to play around in showcase mode with the drone again. That was fun. So here we are. Looks like we're droning away. Is that the channel? Would it be that narrow? Our current altitude. Now we're at 21,000. Okay, so that's all functioning normally now. Thank God it's functioning normally. By the way. Plan mode. Mappy mode. So that switched us to external. So as soon as I went to cockpit, it switched me from showcase to external. Let's have a look at the difference. This is drone mode. That's external mode. Drone mode, we could zoom in a little bit. And look at the external. You can zoom in a little bit more, I guess. There's a little comparison. Except the drone mode is pretty cool. You can do this. You can kind of do it with external also, but this is a little bit smoother. I've never really had much luck with the drone. The drone mode. trying to get it so we could zoom in on the engine. See if we can zoom in on that a little bit. Of course, when we get to the engine, the engine, and that too. Somewhere over Europe. I'm having too much fun with the drone, I'm sorry. Trying to figure out the best angle. That's a pretty good angle. That's a good angle of the dangle right there. Back to the Kulki pit. Okay, so we do know that 3000 is going to be our destination ILS entry point. Let's go here to progress and EDDB. I guess that's Brandenburg. Okay. Probably better to find it in perf. Go to perf. We don't want to activate that yet. We don't know our top of descent. So let's go back out of that. $251 miles, so 90-ish miles, so it's going to be 160. So 90. We don't know that for sure though. Let's have a look at the plan. Master cut. Fuel left wing to tank low. Let's go to the fuel screen. Question is how to fix that. Fuel left and right wing tank low level. Left and right low wing left and right wing tank. See if that fixes it. Oh, land ASAP. That's the problem. Yeah, we burned up a lot of fuel. We burned up a lot of fuel. Let's see if we can add some. I don't think we can. We may not be able to add fuel. Which kind of sucks. No, we're not going to be able to. Okay, why is it doing that? Stop doing that. I don't want you to do that. That's not good either. Okay. Yeah, we're low on fuel. I was messing with something else. So yeah, we're gonna have to deal with that. If we don't make it in. We're 7 tons on board. Land as soon as possible. Maybe we can pull off an alternate. Let's see if there's an alternate here. What do we have? What's the nearest airport? Communication. Nearest airport list. That is not going to work. No. Negative. Let's see if we can look over here. This doesn't really give us an airport view. Waypoints, airports. EDDV. EDDV. Let's see what we got. How many miles do we have? That's cutting it pretty close. We're 200 miles out. We're going to cut it close. I'll do the research. EDDV. EDDV. Okay, that looks good. looks good. 9 left EDDV. I wonder if we can change it. How would we change it? EDDV. Init. Let's go to plan. Let's type EDDV. 6 left. And plug that in here. Go figure. Okay. Well, that's not helping. Yeah, we're screwed there. Flight plan. Currently. Battelle is top of descent. Where's our current top of descent? Let's go back here. Let's go to plan. And it sucks that you can't go to the overhead. Just sucks. You cannot go to the overhead. Fuel. Center tank cross feed. Manual. Wing cross feed on. This flight has just been chock full of crap. (3,000 feet). That's what we're going to select. We're still a little bit too far out. We're not going to hit that yet. We only have one shot at the runway. If anything, we only have one shot at the runway. Really not that far. This is where we should have looked. Except now it doesn't show us the airport. I'll have to check this out, but not today. Me, Mr. Mustard, okay. So you can't enter anything in there. I don't want SFO. No, I don't want any of that shit. God. Stupidity. That's useless. Back to the route. Back to the route. Back to the bloody route. See, I don't like that they don't tell you the miles. Oh yeah, they do. Okay, 49 miles to Battelle. So we have 49. We got 50 miles to top a descent. Roughly. And it should show us though. But it doesn't. Unless that was it.
Options Papa Sierra Echo 9er 810 contact Bremen Center on 119.825. Good day.
119.825. Options Papa Sierra Echo 9er 810. Bremen Center. Options Papa Sierra Echo 9er 810. Flight level 210.
Options Papa Sierra Echo 9er 810 Bremen Center. Radar contact continue.
Yeah, we're gonna land as soon as possible. I get it. I get it. I get it. let's do this. I have 3 tons left. We don't have an alternate. Guess that's not happening. What are the waypoints on the way to EDDV? NIE09, let's try that. Let's plug that in right here. Not allowed in nav. We're screwed.
Altitudes Papa Sierra Echo 9er 810 contact Berlin Center on 125.8. Good day.
125.8 for Altitudes Papa Sierra Echo 9er 810. Berlin Center, Altitudes Papa Sierra Echo 9er 810, flight level 190.
Altitudes Papa Sierra Echo 9er 810, Berlin Center. Radar contact continue.
And we are not going to make it, folks. Could be an airport. Yeah, that's an airport. Hobby of some bitch. Here we go. We need to slow down pretty quick though. Let's force the gear down. Only get one shot at it. 6 miles. Flaps. Speed. See how this baby handles. Flaps full. Okay, well, we made it onto this little airfield before we ran out of gas. Fuel. Don't know why she wants to pull to the right so bad. We must have damaged the landing gear. It's okay, we need to get off stream now anyways. But didn't quite make it to Berlin, but we are somewhere in Germany. at a, thank God it was there, airfield. In Microsoft 2024 on a plane that actually functioned for the most part. I don't know if this taxiway is wide enough for us. Let's find out. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Just barely. Hello, folks. We had an emergency landing. Okay, this is the smallest airport I've ever seen to land an A330 in. But we did it before we ran out of fuel. Let's try not to go off-roading. Really no place to park. I wonder if there's another taxiway over. There's one over there. We can try for it. Clip that tree. Biggest airplane this airport's ever seen. Let's have a look around at the scenery. Yeah, it's a good place to shut her down. Okay, fairly successful, other than the part that we ran out of gas. I mean, it was okay. So let's try to get back up to the overhead here and shut everything down. Good place to get out. But we can't escape out of this. This is pretty freaking weird. There's no getting out of this airplane. How come? How come we can't get out of this airplane? Settings. FCP embedded. It's in replay. Goes configuration. Distance. Blah 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 blah. There's a replay we can look at, but okay, we didn't do that. Blah blah blah. Close that. Well, how do we get out? No way out of the innie. Okay, folks, I think that's where we're going to end it. Have a great day. This was a fairly successful flight. Sorry you weren't around till we're out of here. You can watch it on the replay if you see this.